Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Jalial. In this incarnation today, I wanted to talk about the full moon in Pisces that we are going to have in some places here in Argentina is on August 30th. In other places is on August 31st. So this full moon is going to be in the seventh degree of Pisces and in conjunction with Saturn, which is retrograde in the same sign. Before this full moon, before the explanation of this full moon, I'm going to tell you something. At the moment I am recording this video, today is August 22nd. We are having the second square between Venus in Leo and Jupiter in Taurus. So the first one happened on June 11th. And we really have to observe right now if we are making any investment, energetical or material, that aren't in contact genuinely with our self-love, or even that is disconnecting ourselves from that. It's very important because it's an aspect of tension. It's a really good moment to align ourselves to the desires of our soul with a lot of trust, but it's important to take in account both. And other thing that is important is that tomorrow the sun is going to enter in Virgo, and Mercury is starting its retrogradation. So the period of time that that Mercury is going to review comes from the 4 to 23rd of August. So that period includes everything that happened with Venus in a square with Taurus, Venus star point, the new moon in Leo. So a lot of things happened there. And we are going to review all of those things. And Venus is retrograde too. Other thing that it's very important is that when the sun enters in Virgo, it's going to be in mathematical degrees in opposition with Saturn. So the exact opposition is going to be on August 27th, but we are feeling it right now. And this aspect is telling us, well, where do we have to put a healthy boundary, or where we have to break a limitation on our perception that is really draining our energy. It's about putting a healthy boundary or breaking a limitation in ourselves. So this energy of Virgo is energy of organization, order, pragmatism. It's linked with this. So let's go to the full moon. We have Mercury retrograde, Saturn and Venus retrograde. So this is talking about past experiences. We are knowing this. And other thing that is important is that Pisces is this consciousness that is telling us that we are all part of the infinite ocean of energy. All of this universe is part of this. But in the experimentation, our ego makes us feel as if we were separated drops, So we are all part of the same energy. We could call it God, light, universe, whatever you want to call it. And Pisces, it's linked with this energy in divine planes, which is a potential, And Virgo is telling us, okay, in order to manifest, in order to materialize that energy in this plane, we have a system. And that system consists in that someone has to think about the potential energy that is there, and we have to feel something about it, and then we take that to the plane of matter or action. That's how everything is manifested in this world. Everything. Saturn is this planet that is telling us that boundaries, structure, responsibility, and commitment are things that are very, very, very important. So Pisces, let's remember that it's this energy that is talking about the unconscious collective. So many of us incarnating here with different types of lessons. Some people call it karma in spirituality. I really like the terminology tikkun of Kabbalah, and that is telling us we have to integrate and to modify certain patterns that are already in this unconscious collective, because That way, we are collaborating with the redemption of the entire planet, the entire humanity. So every time that we are healing ourselves, we are doing this for everybody too. And Saturn in Pisces here is telling us, Pisces, it's linked a lot with unconditional love and compassion and empathy, all of these things. But Saturn is telling us, okay, unconditional love here, it's not about not putting healthy boundaries. It's not about living that way. And we need to recognize our own limitations. We need to recognize where to put these healthy boundaries. And it's very important. I did a video the other day talking about the contraction and the expansion. These are oscillations, these are movements that are part of everything. I explained that in that video, our breath, our heart, the stars. And many times we need to know how to contract and how to expand. I'm going to put an example. I cannot give everything that I have because I'm going to be drained. I'm going to drain my energy. So I cannot retain. I cannot have only for myself because I'm going to be in a state of selfishness. And in fact, both of those actions are selfishness, because many times when we are given without limits, that comes from a programming where we want to be perceived as good people, or as people that are helping others. And we have to understand that many times, in order to collaborate with a real service to this planet, to be aligned with that, we have to help ourselves first. So there are people that for example, always want to be rescued, and there are people with another kind of programming that is rejecting always help from others. So we have to do the work in order to detect what programming, which thing we are repeating as a pattern that is conditioning our evolution right now. And this could be linked with experiences of the past, of course. And it's very important to understand that if we are sustaining a perception that is limiting, that it's draining my energy, that perception always comes from a role of victim. This is the shadow of Pisces. So here with Saturn, it's very, very, very important to come back to the responsibility, because it's the only way to take our power. And other thing that is very important is to face every emotion. We know that emotions here are very important, are a guide. So many times it's very important to feel them in order to liberate them. And sometimes it's very important to not feel them. You know, it's about letting them, feeling them, to let them go many times. And if we are not doing this work, for example, anger, if it's in our body, could cause illnesses like depression, like cancer. So the process with emotions, it's very, very, very important. And it's not about avoid them, and it's not about to feed them either. I am talking about the uncomfortable ones. So with every event, every full moon, every new moon, every eclipse, more energy is entering this planet. We are in an ascension process, sorry. So this planet, Saturn, I always say that it is a hard master, but just. And many times it gives us a reality check, many things could be revealed that were unconscious. And if we are repeating patterns from this place, well, we really have to see them, and we really have to take responsibility. And many times this helping thing in our humanity is very misunderstood, many times we are more focusing on on others' process, just to not pay attention to ours. So it's very important that whatever thing is presenting these days, we really can take the responsibility and to take care of ourselves with unconditional love. And unconditional love includes limits, includes healthy boundaries. Okay, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.